Wagwan, this is King Sparks. Shout out to Mikey T on Report Card Radio.
Yo guys, it's Mikey T, the movie star, and today I'm with Toronto's own King SPARXXX, man. Welcome to the channel.
Salute, thank you for having me.
You know, SPARXXX, we had actually premiered your new music video with Peter Jackson in Kush We Trust a few weeks back. It was definitely a banger, man.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it, man. A long time coming, man.
Now, for everyone watching, SPARXXX is 10 years strong in both rapping and battling, and we're going to cover a lot of that today. But I want you to let everyone know where you actually grew up. Let them know where you're from.
Originally, I'm from Allenbury. It's Don Mills, North York. It's the east end of Toronto. Pretty much, I'm from Allenbury until I went to high school, like grade 9 and 10. Then I moved to a hood called Cataraqui, and now I'm there now. But they're both projects. The first one is Allenbury houses, you know what I'm saying? The second one is Cataraqui houses.
You know, I've been invited to Toronto, but you know, mentioning a couple of those cities, I'm looking at this list of like the top hoods in Toronto. It's a pretty big list of a bunch of different areas, a bunch of different hoods, man. Could you tell me about the real Toronto though, man? You know, I talk to a lot of artists, but I've been told by many that Toronto isn't as sweet as you'd think. What is the real Toronto that nobody sees?
It's definitely real. Like any other ghetto, bro. Toronto has a lot of hoods. Like, for you to understand about Toronto, you have to know like that the projects is definitely real. It's definitely poverty stricken. There's definitely hoods out here. It's that you gotta know where to go. A lot of people when they come to the city, they go downtown, and downtown is where most of the like tourist attraction is and all the suburbs and shit. But if you want to go to the hood, you gotta go to the east or the west or like deep downtown. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the first ever hood. Let me tell you break some shit down about hoods in Toronto and shit. The first ever hood was Regent Park. That was downtown. It's actually one of the most dangerous hoods. But it died down a lot over the years. But back in the day, like in the 90s until now, like that was like a prominent hood. And then we got Jane and Finch in the West. A lot of people from the States know about Jane and Finch from the West End. That's where a lot of the big rappers were from that got killed recently. Rest in peace to the Tall Up Twins and, you know, and YS and all the rest of the niggas in the West End, you know? That's the East End thing. But yeah, you know, so that's where a lot of hoods are. But in the East End, the East has a lot of hoods too. I'm from the East, and there's probably there's a long list. I sent a video to Mikey T. He'll post the list of all the hoods and shit. But it's definitely a lot of hoods. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I'm from Allenbury though, so.
Yeah, and I seen a couple of those hoods that you had mentioned actually on the list. But since we're breaking it down, I want to ask you, like, you know, people look at Toronto like a nice place. So what's the difference between Toronto and a suburb?
There's suburbs in Toronto too, but there's more hoods in Toronto than there are suburbs. I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? But the only difference is the slang, the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much a lot of people like compare Toronto to like a mini New York, kind of like, you know, a lot of artists here. A lot of people want to rap and shit. A lot of niggas are old school with it. Like the older cats are like definitely like they give you like that old school classic vibe, like, you know. And that's definitely like me. I have a lot of people say I have an old soul and shit. Like I grew up in the Locks, you know. Like I said, I'm a big Locks fan and all that. You know, the first time I heard the Locks, I was in New York when I was like 11 or 12. You know what I'm saying? I was visiting my uncle and my aunt in Flatbush. I went to the bodega and got my first Locks mixtape. After that, I was hooked. You know what I'm saying? I got the privilege to hear it early. So that's definitely a big reason why I'm a lyricist, you know. Also, I used to love the Philly era back in '05. That shit was very inspiring with the whole Touch Money and Top Class going against Headshots and all that shit. All that shit was definitely inspiring and all that shit, you know? Definitely molded me as an MC, for sure.
So getting into that, let's talk about when you actually first started to get into rap. What did you start to do? How did you get into the studio at first?
Well, I didn't. At first, I was just battling like freestyle, like you know, in the hood, like you just be like drinking and you start rapping and niggas you break out in the cipher and shit. At first, wasn't taking it serious and shit, and like I started battling niggas and I was nice, but I never really started like writing shit down until I went to the bin. I went to jail. I got my little robbery case back in '09. I went to jail and I got to really start taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? Because I had time to actually think and meditate, and I started writing. And when I went in jail, I had no rhymes. I came out, I had like it was like this. Like I did my first mixtape that I ever made in one day, 8 hours. Like banged out a full mixtape in 8 hours, like 21 tracks. Like I had it embedded in my brain because in jail I was battling niggas with this shit. I was battling niggas. I was on the range. Niggas knew me as a rapper nigga. So every time nigga want to hear, a little 16, I go crazy, nigga.
I think with a righteous mind, fuck with a couple guys. Push me, we swing, then I gotta slide. But I call foul shots, don't cross the line. Rob me, you'll catch 3 for taking mine. You don't get money, stop wasting time. This nigga want beef, I'll change your mind. Niggas like you ain't hard to find. Gun squeeze you, Ali, the shaking kind. I'm picky, the kush I smoke sticky. You shitty, but chicken my rice crispy. Want beef, my niggas will move swiftly. If I die, you don't come with me. Pussy, you don't spit flames. Buy a lighter. If you a pyro, I'm a firefighter. Session flow, price getting higher. Spend more than I make, the situation dire. I'm pointing for 2, but I rap for years. Nigga have bad taste like drinking a beer. I feel live until expected fear. You ain't got none, poof, disappear. If a gun comes around, you going back down. You disappear the background, but I'm in the front now.
I can rap for an hour straight, niggas, and niggas know what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
So you would say it was your first stint in the Bing that actually made you take music serious?
Yeah, no doubt. So, like, no doubt. I definitely probably wouldn't even took it serious if I didn't go to jail, because I wouldn't have time to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, too busy getting money. You know how niggas get caught up and shit.
So
but yeah, I came out and I said I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna use this shit, that this gift that God gave me. And I went on a battle streak, and that's when I started battling niggas, and I started going crazy in the battle circuit on beast mode. There's a little battle circuit called Beast Mode in Toronto. It's a little downtown league, you know what I'm saying? And when I first came out the bin, I ran a streak. I ran like a 6-0 streak in beast mode. And they tried to say I lost one and try to say it was 6-1. But I think it's 7-0, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I was definitely going hard on my shit. And then a couple years later, I started getting noticed from some real prominent figures. You know what I'm saying? I got the co-sign from some of your favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Salute to your boy Kiss. Salute to your boy Vado, and salute to your boy Frenchie from Brick Squad. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the good blessings and shit.
So SPARXXX, before we get into your stint in prison, can you give me an idea of what life is like in Canada? Like as far as
before you go back, I gotta shout out Jaja. The first artist that was like really showing me love was Jaja from Dipset, the one that was on Dipset before. You know Jaja. Yeah, she was showing love, and I really appreciate her too. So salute to Jaja, shout out to her, and who else is showing me love? Charlie Clips is showing me love. Shout out to Clips. And Goods too. Shout out to Goods.
oh, major salute to Goods. Yeah. So you mentioned it, but could you tell me what were the circumstances surrounding you going to jail in 2009?
It was a robbery case. You know what I'm saying? It was actually I got booked on 2. It was supposed to be armed robbery, but they couldn't catch the weapon, so it got reduced to robbery and shit. And so I did my little stint. It was a little 8 months. It was actually my full actual shit was robbery times 2. And it's funny because when I went in jail, I had a fucking dump truck lawyer. I was working with the Crown to get me more time. Like my lawyer was trying to tell me they could give me 4 years, and I was like, 4 years? It's not even fucking armed robbery. It's robbery, nigga. They reduced the shit. And this nigga tried to tell me. So when I heard that shit, I went on my range, and luckily on my range, like we call the pod, like in jail we call it a range. In Canada we call pods ranges. So on the range, one of the niggas that like the top niggas on my range knew my old head from outside, knew my older heads. You know what I'm saying? So it was just coincidence. He asked me what kind of lawyer I had, and I told him, nigga, he was like, "What? That nigga's working with the Crown. For your charges, you shouldn't be getting no more than a year or some shit." Like, so he's like, "Yo, let me out. Give me, let me just take my lawyer." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "All right." So I took his lawyer and shit. It was a Jewish lawyer. By chance, God truly blessed me with a Jewish lawyer, and I beat my shit 16 months flat, you know what I'm saying? I had 5 months dead time because I didn't get bail. I did my bitch straight. I had 5 months dead time, so I got 16 months flat. I was good, bro. When I say 16 months, 8 months in, 8 months house arrest. I had the ankle bracelet, the real house arrest, you know what I'm saying? But 16 months flat, I was good. 8 months in, 8 months out, time served. No probation. I was laughing. I beat up the case, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was my shit happened back in 09 and shit. And yeah, fun.
So you actually mentioned in your music that you were incarcerated and you were fighting for bail. So I wanted to ask, how was it for you to get bail? Like, how hard was it for you to get bail while you were incarcerated?
It wasn't that hard. Just that I had prior shit. You know what I'm saying? I had wild charges too. You know, so they were trying to like use that against me and shit. They weren't trying to give me bail and shit. But after like the second or third time, you go to court, you can probably get bail. Like, even after you get denied like the first or second time, you might get bail like the third or fourth time. You know what I'm saying? So like I was going back and forth to court and shit. So I could have got bail the fourth time, but I already knew what I was arrested on, and I already knew like what the evidence they had. So I said, fuck it, let me just do my shit straight. By the time they sends me, I'll already have like 5 months dead time. So that's probably why I beat up so good, because I had dead time already. We call it dead time when you're just sitting in jail and you don't know like when you're getting sentenced or a day or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I had dead time. So I said, fuck it. So.
Right, so you served out the 8 and then you went and did 8 on house arrest, you said.
That's right, yeah.
That's what's up, man. There's a major issue with hip hop artists from the States actually getting into Canada. But could you...
Oh my God. Now this part is the shit that it's gonna fuck a lot of niggas up. Pretty much, let me just tell you about fucking Toronto and trying to get across the fucking border to go to the States for anything, bro. If you're a nigga, the chances, this is probably a reason why you don't see a lot of niggas from Canada in the States. It's not because we're soft. It's because we can't get across the fucking border, my nigga. The border is fucking crazy for us, man. Because if you're convicted of a violent fucking crime, of any kind of, doesn't matter if it's robbery, if it's assault, anything that has to do with violence, you know what I'm saying? They consider violence. You're barred from going to the States for 15 years, 10 years the minimum. 10, 15 years. It took me 15 years to finally get my fucking waiver. I'm about to get my shit and be over there soon. Like, it took me 15 years, you know what I'm saying? So, it goes to show you how fucked up it is. Like, a lot of niggas really can't, it's really an obstacle for a lot of niggas, because a lot of niggas have charges. Like, at least real niggas that grew up in the projects have charges, most niggas is felons, We can't help this shit. It's my environment, nigga. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's get back into it, Sparks. So once you got out of jail, how did you find your way into battle rap?
Well, I was seeing all these fuck niggas on King of the Dot, all these white boys and all these fucking weirdos, and I was like, how come you never had no real niggas on King of the Dot? And you know why I don't never have no fucking real niggas on King of the Dot? Because you gotta suck organic dick and you gotta be a fucking pussy to get on that shit. So I said, fuck all that. I'm gonna go to the nigga league, and Beast Mode was at that time was more like a nigga league. Niggas were going to Beast Mode and shit. So I just went over there and I started killing niggas, and that's when I went on the streak and shit.
I ain't Ice Cube, but I'm all about the Benjamins. If he got a bounty, nigga, I'm hunting them. A-Town stomping them. Ashton punking them. Ice cold like J-Lo. I had enough of him. I shoot, I don't pop air. I move like I don't care. Bulls make you live your life in a wheelchair. If niggas try to talk like a cop head, wherever you stand, you getting popped there. After that, nigga, I'm getting guap there. Setting up shop there. Getting paid month by month. Call it welfare. Life is a bitch. More money, more trouble. You was a bitch. When I bite, you niggas buckle. You shake like a bitch. I think you need a muzzle. A third world bust, bullets, crown a couple. I'm gonna think you do an ignorant guy. The gun like a shelf, make you reach to the sky. You hungry for the bread. You ain't staying alive. You hot like jam rock. Try to survive, nigga. When I get paid, pussy's gon' switch stage. Hit him with a switchblade if he acting bitch made. Your worst reading or smart in the 5th grade. Dumb nigga. Skinny jeans with big shades. That's a no. Most hate. So I'm trying to touch money like NH. If you nice, I'm great. I'm early, you late. Jada style. Who's real and who's fake? I shoot you and coming back. Bullets where your tummy at. I make you swallow a shell so you can stomach that. Guavu boy. Let your thunder clap. You an animal? I'm a thundercat.
And after that, it was only a matter of time, you know what I'm saying? And then shortly after that, like I want to say like what's it like 3 years after that, I just signed my first independent deal in February and shit. It's a hardcore for life records, hardcore rap for life records. So it's actually a label, a production deal. So I'm gonna be in Europe. It's out of Europe, so it's definitely a good look, you know.
No, I definitely
Being
want to
independent.
congratulate you on signing a new record deal. But could you break down some of your experiences battle rapping for me?
My experiences,
Yeah, like what is the scene actually like out there in Canada?
there ain't much of a scene when it comes to battle rap. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that much, bro. That's why I was in and out with this shit, because these niggas weren't even appreciating the real bars, bro. Like they don't even like the thing about Toronto. Like a lot of West Indies and like immigrants are here, so it's not like a lot of the rap fans are hardcore rap. Don't get me wrong, rap fans are hardcore rap fans, so they're like East Coast hard influenced East Coast rap fans. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But 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 the culture is more on a reggae tip, so you're gonna see a lot of like even the way we talk, down in the way we speak our slang in Toronto. Like we'll like when a Toronto nigga is greeting you, he'll say "wagwan," which means what's going on, you know, and that's like a Jamaican term, you know. So that's just like an example, and you know, a lot of the slang we say, like you know, like we'll say still after, you know. Okay, let me use it in a sentence. It'll be like, yo, if you ask me what's popping today, I was like, I just rolled a blunt, I got a bottle of juice, you know what I'm saying? And after that, I just laid down and played a video game. Still, still, you know what I'm saying? Still at the end of it, I'll say still, you know what I mean? So that'll be like some slang, like you know, that's the kind of slang we doing, like, and or when we're leaving a conversation, or you're like leaving your nigga or something, you're dapping nigga, be like, don't know. And don't know means like you already know. You know what I'm saying? And that's another Jamaican slang. We use a lot of Jamaican slang in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you though, like a lot of people don't know in Canada it's more Jamaican Canadian than it is African American. Like there's African Americans, but there's more Jamaicans really. There's a lot of Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are speaking like a Jamaican slang. You know what I mean? When it comes to Toronto, at least. You know what I mean? But like I want to say when it comes to Jamaicans and Somalians, but they're probably when you come to Toronto, you probably see more Somalians and Jamaicans than you see like anything else. You know what I'm saying? For when it comes to hoods in Toronto, you know what I'm saying? Somalians and Jamaicans for sure.
Damn, that can definitely put things in perspective. But as I was saying, I definitely want to congratulate you on signing the new deal, February 2020. What was it that made you step away from battle rap and totally focus on getting a deal, putting out music?
Well, I just saw the benefits. I saw my next nigga, he was shining, he was getting his rap ons, and I saw a lot of niggas really doing this thing. You know, I see Drake opening the doors for the city, even though that nigga, there's a lot of niggas got a lot to say about Drake, but he definitely opened the doors for the city. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'll salute for sure. And all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? And ever since we got the spotlight, it's like it's only right. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when I saw that opening up, I was like, yo, it's time to go. Like
And
it's
you've
definitely.
actually got some shout outs from some big names. Could you tell me a little bit about your interaction with guys like Jada, Vado?
Well, yo, I had a little conversation with them on Instagram and shit. They were showing love. I really appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm gonna keep killing shit.
That's what's up, man. It's dope to see you appearing on different mixtapes. But what other projects are you actually working on right now?
Right now, I got my album dropping. The Essence is gonna be dropping in the fall. I'm thinking. I already got like 10 tracks. I want to put like 12 on the EP. You know what I'm saying? Drop that real quick for the streets, and then get it moving with the label. I'm gonna get the push from the label. See what's popping. Drop like two albums under the. I have like a 2 album deal under the label, so I'll probably drop 2. You know, and then we'll see what's popping. You know, get it cracking and shit.
That's what's up, man. You were saying Europe with that. It's the independent route.
Yeah, it's the independent route for now, man. I mean, I'm not saying no to the majors, but it has to be like a partnership deal. It ain't gonna be no 360 deal. It ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like everything has to be me getting my share. I'm not getting fucked for no publishing. And if it ain't no deal where it makes sense, I ain't making dollars. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying, my nigga?
Damn, Sparks, I appreciate you for coming on Report Card Radio today, man. You definitely give a new light to Toronto for me. Can you let everybody out there know where they can find you on social media?
So you can find me on Instagram at SPARXXX, SPARKZ_Johnson. That's my Instagram. On Twitter, it's 416SPARX1. And it's the same thing. King Sparks on what do you call that shit? SoundCloud. King Sparks on SoundCloud. And if you wanna catch me, I got some of my music on live mixtapes. Recently, they just dropped on live mixtapes. I'm on the Trap 2, hosted by Rich Gates. I'm on the Trap 7, hosted by DJ Red Skull, and the Trap Pulp Fiction. So if you download live mixtapes, the app, and you type in SPARXXX, SPARXXX, my shit will pop up. You know what I'm saying? Just scroll down, you'll see Sparks on those 3 mixtapes. I got songs in there. Each of them, actually, they're doing numbers. Like the first mixtape I was on, the Trap, what was that? Trap 2. The Trap 2 mixtape that I was on, that did like 20,000 plays in the first 2 weeks, so that was a good look. And the second one, the Trap Pulp Fiction, that did 10,000 in the first week. And the one that just dropped like last Wednesday, that's like almost at 11. So yeah, I'm definitely doing my numbers. I'm working, you know. I'm getting to it. Yeah, as soon as I get to the States, though, I'm definitely coming fuck with you for sure, Mikey T. You already know.
Definitely, man. Salute, man.